2, 1. Action.
Okay.
Salutations, America. I'm Rob Chapman.
Salutations, Dave.
And this is Zach from Mythos.
That's me.
Pedals.
Yes.
He really knows his pedals, which is great to know.
I kind of pretending. No, I'm kidding.
Also, I love your accent.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just going to tweak the mics.
Tweet the mic. So, please tell me all about what you do and what these new pedals are that I'm about to witness the fitness of.
So everything that I build is just handmade by myself and my wife. We make them in Nashville in our apartment. So the idea is that I'm not trying to break the mold. I'm not trying to make something crazy or, really out of the box, but capture iconic pedals or sounds that we've heard on records, growing up, that is just made to the best of my ability with the nicest components. And I don't skimp on anything. So that's the biggest thing, is that I'm making it just to the nth degree without cutting any corners.
Yeah. Well, that really comes across in the audio. I just recorded an EP called In the Sunshine. 4 tracks. Every single track had the Mjolnir on it, without fail. Rhythm tracks, lead tracks, all the little tiny effects. Everything had it on it. Mm-hmm. And I used 4 different amplifiers, and they all sounded good with it. So whatever you're doing works.
Yeah, I mean, that record is sounding great, so.
Dave's on it too. That's why it's sounding great. And thank you to your wife.
Yes.
For obviously slaving away in your kitchen making effects pedals.
Yeah, she does all the circuit board population.
Right.
So she puts all the parts on the board, and then I solder everything up.
You do what?
I solder.
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 He solders.
He says it wrong, but it's solder.
Okay, solder. Let's start with this one here. Is it the Daedalus?
That's the Herculean.
The Herculean. I can't read from here because I have bad eyesight. The Herculean. Just to give you the bedrock tone of where we are. It's just a happy purring red dwarf. If I step on the Mjolnir, it's so good. If we step on the Herculean,
it's got way more mid-range.
What is it?
It's based on an 808, but when most people try it, they don't hear that because it has more bass. It doesn't totally skip out.
So when you're voicing your pedals,
mm-hmm.
are you thinking about the sound in terms of components, or are you doing it by ear? Like how's your brain working when you're voicing?
Totally by ear.
Could you just ask him how his brain works?
Well, because some people think about stuff like, okay, so it's too bright, I need to put a whatever capacitor in there. And, are you thinking like that, or are you going, that's just not right, and then just tweaking until you get it?
Well, I mean, I know the basic skeleton of it. Mm-hmm. So, but a lot of it is just trial and error, and I have this huge part store. So I'll try just part after part after part until it's right.
He knows the basic skeleton, Dave. The gain bone's connected to the guitar bone.
So. And that one, so it has a clipping switch, which lets you pick 3 different clipping options.
Like square wave.
Yeah, so one's really compressed and a lot less volume, and the one's just the op amp doing all the clipping with no diodes, and then one's LED, which is still open but a little bit more compression without being too squashed. And then it has a bass boost switch, so you can add a lot of bass.
I'm going to have to purchase a lot of pedals from this gentleman. So moving along, I don't really want to though, but moving along is the Earl King.
That's right.
Where'd you get that name from?
Well, that is based off of Nobel's ODR1, which is Nobel's is a German pedal company. And so Earl King is a German myth about, he's kind of like the Grim Reaper
Oh, right.
And he lives in a forest and he takes people to their death kind of thing. And like you would think that name it's going to be real high gain, and it can do get a lot of gain, but it's not super gainy.
Question for you.
Yes.
Do you make a bad pedal?
I have in my figuring all this out. I definitely have made something that I'll plug it up and be like, oh, that sounds great, and I'll plug it up somewhere else and be like, no.
Yeah. That light looks great, Dave.
I know.
That's the best light you've ever
doesn't
filmed.
work if you do that.
Right.
It doesn't work over here either. It basically just works there.
Did you have anything in mind when you designed the Arcane?
Well, it's the Nobles is like the Nashville.
Right.
Pedal, it's like Guthrie Trapp and all these like studio guys. It's like their secret weapon, and so it's. I wanted to have a lot of clarity, and it might not come across super well, but it has a lot of cut.
Oh, that comes across super well.
And with like a Telecaster or something, it just like it totally spanks, but it stays tight. And with the bass, you can just tune it to your guitar, your rig, so it just works with most setups, and that was the main idea.
Right, what's this swirly blue-looking thing?
That's the Daedalus. It's got a maze on it.
Right. Daedalus. I recently went to Crete on my honeymoon and discovered that Daedalus was the father of Icarus.
That's right.
So he's the guy that didn't fly too high.
Right, he designed the maze with the Minotaur in this.
He kept the correct altitude.
That's right.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
And it goes from that. You can dial it back, and it's just clean because it's a very flat EQ.
Right.
But if you turn the gain all the way up, it turns into fuzz. And it was a total happy accident. Yeah, it's
Gain.
all the way up.
All the way up.
All the way up.
All the way up. Check this out. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's really cool.
and finally, but by no means final, is because you're probably going to make loads of pedals, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. Cotton fleece.
Yeah.
I'm about to step on it. But before I do, what is it?
It's a fuzz, and it lives in your guitar, so it's just a volume knob.
Right.
So it cleans up well, and it actually reacts to a tone knob, which a lot like big muffs and some fuzz faces they don't react to a tone knob.
It's just going to slam my input, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
does that, if you have other pedals either side of it, is that going to start
It
changing the way they
depending on what's in front of it or what's after it, sometimes it can do like a subharmonic thing. It's total happy accident.
So you put it at the start of the chain? is
Just
that
I think it likes the guitar input first, like a fuzz face, but you can put it anywhere.
just asking?
Yeah, well,
You
no,
heard
it's a
it
good
here
question.
first. You can put it anywhere.
Can you try it with the everything up, the golden fleece?
Right, everything up.
Yeah, I just want
It's gonna get a bit crushy.
I just want to hear what it's doing.
Okay, only if you play the guitar though, Dave.
Is that just because it's going to sound?
It's gonna sound great, and I just
So
want
use a
to
pick for once.
use a pick. You never use a
I never
pick.
use a pick.
This is really odd.
fancy a change thing.
He's requesting something he's never done before. Wait. Okay. Right.
And it cleans up. Like you can really hear.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, the last thing we should do then is let Zach play a bit of guitar, because you viewers won't know. Actually, I'm just filming the entire audience of people watching us here. We've got Uncle Riff on the left.
I have a ladder.
We've got Nick, we've got Cody. Which pedal do you want, bro?
I'll just use the golden fleece.
Golden, please. Do it, bro. I'm gonna say you have fantastic feel.
Thank you.
Especially for a dude that broke his wrist at a very early age and can only turn his hand that far.
That's it.
That's as far as it goes.
I was jumping on the bed and I fell off.
You were jumping on the bed.
My sister and I were jumping on the bed and pushing each other, and I got too close to the edge and I fell and I broke my wrist. And when they were trying to set it in the hospital, I woke up because they knocked me out. And as you can imagine, being like 7 or 8 years old, a doctor have your hand and your arm and trying to set both bones.
Right.
I wouldn't let him do it, and now I'm stuck with this.
But it's really interesting to see the way you've adopted your left-hand technique to manage to deal with that.
I'm like T-Rex arm.
And the end result, that's even better. And the end result
Yeah,
is great feel and great tone.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you
much.
for being here.
All right.
I'm going to be buying almost all of these from you.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest that you do the same from Riff City Guitar. I've been Rob Chapman.
Dave.
Zach.
See you guys later.